Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be taking a look at the brand new Monkees Deluxe Edition double LP that was released by Run Out the Groove. For this video, I'll be talking about what I like about this release, my overall thoughts and opinions, and how I think this release could be improved. Before I get into this, I feel it's important to state that these are my own opinions, and you're not obligated to agree with me. Everyone's opinions are their own, and I respect your opinions as I hope that you will respect mine. With that being said, let's get into this review. So here's my copy of the album. As you can see, the album cover looks just like the original, except I've noticed that the picture has a little bit of a different aspect ratio in comparison to the original album. Here is my copy of the original album for comparison. And here's the back of the album. Just like the front, it stays faithful to the original album, with obvious differences being the additional tracking for the bonus content and information that's more relevant to the current release. Here's my copy of the original album for comparison, and as you can see, I have copy 571, which means that I have the yellow colored vinyl. Now let's take a look at the gatefold center of the album. When we open the album, we are greeted with an astounding collage of pictures, advertisements, and other artifacts from around the Monkees TV show debut in 1966. This collage is pure eye candy, and just when you think you've seen everything that there is to see within the collage, something else that you missed before catches your eye. I could look at this collage for hours, but because we haven't got hours to look at it, let's move on. Because this is a gatefold double LP, there are two slots where both records are stored, so let's take a look at the first slot. In slot 1, we are greeted with two things: the record, and brand new liner notes from Monkees historian Andrew Sandoval. I won't dive into these new liner notes too much, but I must admit that these new liner notes were quite the read, and I learned quite a lot from reading them. And now let's take a look at the first LP. As mentioned earlier, I have copy 571, which means that I have the yellow vinyl edition of this release. I have to say that I'm a big sucker for colored vinyl, and I love the shade of yellow used on this release. It looks super fun spinning on the turntable as well. LP1 is just the ordinary album. To my knowledge, this album utilizes the 2006 stereo remasters. In my opinion, I think they need to go back and remaster all of the Monkees catalog again, as number 1, it's long overdue, and number 2, the 2006 remasters are quite poor sounding and don't do the songs much justice. But that's not to say that that makes LP1 bad. Although this one was nothing new, I still thoroughly enjoyed listening to it, as the Monkees debut album is one of my most favorite albums of all time. Now let's have a look at what's in the second slot. In the second slot is LP2. LP2 contains lots of fun bonus material such as alternate and new mixes, demos, bonus songs, and a radio advertisement. I had a lot of fun listening to LP2. The content was super fresh and a lot of fun to listen to, and it was great to hear this material making its way onto vinyl for the first time. The standouts for me being the 2020 mixes of some of the additional songs like I Don't Think You Know Me, So Goes Love, and I Breathe Do Not Ask for Love. So now that we've looked at the album itself, let's look at some of the ways that I would improve this release. I mentioned earlier that the 2020 mixes of the bonus songs really stood out to me, and that new remasters of the entire Monkees catalog are long overdue. So for this release, why not remaster all of the songs on the album and have new exclusive 2020 remasters for all of the songs on the album? Again, as I mentioned, new remasters are long overdue, and the 2006 remasters don't really sound that great. As a Monkees fan, I'd love to hear some new and improved mixes, and I feel that was a missed opportunity on this album. The other thing that I noticed is that while the bonus material we got was good, I feel like there was a lot more room for some more bonus material, which brings me to the next way that I would improve this release. I would add more bonus content. I would even remove the Monkees theme song on side 2 of LP2 and replace it with something else, as we already got the Monkees theme song on side 1 of LP2. But either way, there was tons more room for more content, and if it were up to me, I would add the alternate mix of The Kind of Girl I Could Love from the Monkees Deluxe Edition CD release, as well as the alternate mix of Papa Jean's Blues, the backing track of Gonna Buy Me a Dog, and the Kellogg's jingle. I think all of those would have made this release even better. So here's the final question. Is this release worth it? And to that I say, yes. Not only do you get the wonderful Monkees debut album, but you also get lots of new, fun bonus content to go along with it. The liner notes by Andrew Sandoval are a fascinating read, and nothing on this release seems out of place and everything fits in with the vibe of the original album. This release is great for Monkees buffs like myself, and just about any other Monkees fan. And there you have it. That concludes my review on the Monkees Deluxe Edition from Run Out the Groove. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more music related videos just like this one. And while we're talking about more videos like this one, I figured that I would mention that I have pre-ordered Run Out the Groove's More of the Monkees Deluxe Edition double LP. So when I receive that, I'll be making a video on that too. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.